So we just got Cedar out, took her out, airing her out. She found herself a clump of hair. So she grabbed it, took off running with it. So you saw how I said, Ben, why don't you just start filming? I want to give her a chance to stretch and air out under control, provided that we can get her back. If we couldn't get her back, we'd start our whole session out with just a real mess. So I don't recommend you do it if you can't get them back. But we're kind of got to have that in place. Heel. Now it's warm out today. We just got done filming a really good session with Bella. We did it way down on the road. We did it because we wanted to eliminate or minimize some of the distractions. I don't know that I need to go down there with her. I do think I'm gonna see what we do here on the driveway today. We've been working her in the grass, heel, and having pretty good success with it. Let's see what we do here in this driveway. Now it's a lot warmer here. That's the downside of it. I want you to pay attention to some of the things that have gotten very good is this loose lead. I'm back to using the slip chain. I could use the adjustable leader, which is the collar and leash that we've designed and sell and offer, but I'm using the slip chain. It gets me a little bit sharper, crisper corrections. Heel. Actually, I think sometimes it takes less pressure to get response. Good. So we're literally back to the same old thing here. Good. Good. Starting to incorporate a little sit to the whistle with her. More out of habit myself, probably than anything. Back to some remote sit, and I'm facing her and she's doing well. Pitching a bumper up over the head. Good. Good steadiness. Good. Very attentive. She's paying attention. Our retrieving isn't, we're not super retrieving with her yet, so the temptation is certainly there for her to chase. I like to reward that steadiness with a retrieve, but not in this situation. Like, I don't think she'd come back real well with it here. We'll look at another spot though. So I'm gonna go from the gravel to the grass here. See how she does here. We went for a nice walk last night with them. A lot on mowed trails, which is another. It's almost like an incremental step. This grass isn't super long, but it's definitely not short. There's still lots of scents and distractions in it. That's a wake-up call for her. Pay attention. Just because we're in the grass doesn't mean you can disregard paying attention and turning there. Good. Come on. Now, I'll surprise her and turn into her. That was surprising to her. Now she should be a little bit aware, prepared for it. Now that nose is down. When that nose is down like that, she doesn't stand a chance. There. Good. Kind of feisty with it. Good. Nose is up after that pretty good correction. And her turn is excellent when the nose is up. Good. Because she's paying attention to the right stuff. When she's paying attention to me and not the grass, she's sharp. Good. Heel. Sit. Now I stopped there because as she was kind of ramping up, as I turned into her, you could see her energy level really picking up. She's almost like a little spastic with her turns. She's really flinching and flipping and So I'm asking her to pay attention through all these distractions. Sit. Good. There, I finally got it back. Wasn't good there for most of that spell. Heel. Good. She's having a little bit of a tendency. Good, very good. That was real good, real hard for her to do. She worked hard to get that. It went against everything she wanted to do, but you could see she just said, I know it's the right thing to do, I'm gonna do it. She's getting a little bit of a bad habit, and it's a question of reading, is it a bad habit or is it something I don't mind? I don't mind dogs staying just a little bit behind me, not a lot. I don't want them way behind me, because all of a sudden I lose connection with them and they fade off. But I don't mind her back just a little. She's getting a little bit of a habit, and I've noticed it here 3 or 4 times. She wants to go behind me, and I'm feeling her actually with my right leg. I'm bumping her with the back of my right leg. I don't mind bumping her with the back of my left. If I'm bumping her with the back of my right, I know she's too far over. That's why I corrected that one. Then we made this turn, and so keep an eye on that. If she fades behind me, I'll correct that. I don't want her getting back that far. Cedar, heel. I noticed, when I said Cedar, she recognized that. We saw a little movement in her head. Don't be chewing on the grass. There she's fading. See where she's fading back? Come on. That's a little way for her to get out of trouble. Good. That was a beautiful turn. And there's where that got her in trouble. So I didn't do that intentionally, but because she's fading behind me like that, she got stepped on. But, it's a sign of some intelligence too. She's going, if I stay back here, the chances of me getting caught, come on, good, are a lot less. Come on, see how she's doing that? Good. So now I'm going to turn to the right, turn away from her. Come on, good, good. Come on. Sit. But notice her eyes. So what it's telling me is she's really trying. Heel. I'm going to go right along these beans where it's a little bit shorter. Heel. Come on. Come on. Good. Come on. Good. Come on. Good. Come on. Good. Come on. Come on. Right here. Good. Come on. There. Come on. Good. Come on. Slow down here. Slow down. So I got to slow this turn down. And I'm going to let her think for a second, because she's gotten real hoppy. She's real choppy. She's not smooth. Heel. But look at where she is now. She's not fading back behind me like she had been. You saw me swing this leg up. Tap her over. Get out of that spot. That's not a good spot to be in. So if they're starting to get in a spot that's not a good spot to be in, now I'm going to go onto the road and see if it gets better. Come on. Good. Good. If they get in a spot that's not a good spot to be in, it's uncomfortable for them, one way or another. So if they go out in front of me, come on. If they get out too far in front of me, we're turning and going away and correcting. And that's uncomfortable. So they go, if I get out too far, it gets uncomfortable. Come on. Now she's going, well, then I'll just stay way behind. Come on. Good. There's where I want her, right there. Good. And when she's in the right spot, how comfortable is it for her? Good. Come on. So I'm speeding up. Come on. Good. And I'm telling her how good she is. Good girl. Sit. Good. When she's in the right spot, what does it feel like to her? It feels pretty good. She gets a lot of love from me. She gets a lot of satisfaction in making me happy. She doesn't get any correction. She doesn't feel uncomfortable by any means. But then if she gets in the bad spot, which is too far behind me or too far in front, No, no, no. Not gonna do gravel. Come on. This is just the puppy and the lack of focus. Come on. And the idea of, I've had enough of this, let's do something different. If she gets in a position that I don't like, too far in front, too far in back, it starts to become uncomfortable. Good. Very good. Come on. And when you're in the right spot, it's not. Well, that's the part that she's going to learn real quickly. She's not going to fight the idea of being uncomfortable. She doesn't want to be uncomfortable. Neither do I. And now we turn slow. Good. Good girl. Heel. Now she's getting that real habit of spinning around and sitting quickly. So watch what I'm going to do different this time. And that was a nice turn. I'm not going to falter for it. But watch how she anticipated the sit with a 180-degree turn. We turn, and she's going to sit, and we're going to keep her moving. Good. Good. Come on, come on. And then she gets a little thrown off. So I don't want her just anticipating and assuming that we turn, and I should sit down, and that turns everything off and escapes whatever. There. Good. Good. Now she's thinking and moving. Thinking and moving. Good. Heel. And when she's moving repetitively, she's starting to figure out how to do it. She's starting to get a little bit of coordination with those feet. Good. Keep going. Good. Keep going. Don't lunge. There. There. Sit. Good. So I wheeled her and wheeled her and wheeled her, and eventually I said sit. And so I kind of gave her this, okay, now sit, and kind of turn it off for a second. You don't have to think, you don't have to move, you just got to sit and be patient. Good girl. And I also used this heel. I used the little bit of feel on that neck to keep her moving. Good. Come on, don't fade back. Don't fade back. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. This is where the heat comes in. She gets a little bit tired. She starts to get a little sloppy mentally. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good. So we just pick it up. Good. Very good. Now she swung around and didn't sit. Did you notice that? Because she's thinking, maybe we're going to keep going. Maybe not. And that's okay, because I want to keep her honest. I don't want her assuming the next move. Good. That is a good girl. That was a good turn. Sit. Sit. Good. Good. A little more tempting. Instead of me being right in the middle of it, I'm off to the side. Look at her body language. That's 100% control on her part. She's leaning back and going, man, I'd love to run right now. But she's going, I know I can't. He told me to sit. Good girl. Good dog. So we're countering that real heavy tendency for her to be a wild child and want to just run. Sit. And I wasn't quick enough to counter her picking that gravel. Good. I'm gonna put a little more distance on it this time, which equals a little more time. You can see her being a little, No, you don't. No, you don't. Careful how much pressure you put on her so she doesn't run. As I come back up, if I get into a game of standoff where she's going to take off on me, I'm going to be in a world of trouble there. So you got to be real careful on how firm you get with the idea of don't eat gravel. Sit. How hard you want to correct that versus the idea of maintaining her from breaking and running off. I think tempting right now is Ben. Like, she's tempted to come up and say hi to him. Because what do we do to get her to come to us? We duck down. I get down on one knee. What did Ben just do? Ben did exactly what I do when I call her. So it's a good test. Now I come to the other side of her. She's got good eyes on me. This is what Ben just did. went down like this, and she's thinking, I wonder if he wants me to come right now, because his body language says, come here. Good. Good girl. Good girl. And she avoided it. The temptation. Now, good. Let's move her. Heel, heel, and reset it. Sit, sit. Good. And this time, Ben, get where you can see me as well. Why don't you go to the behind her there? This time I'm going to get down and I'm going to call her to me. Cedar. Cedar here. Good. Good. Sit. You're not going to see me do that very often. Sit. 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 I'm not going to get her all wound up by petting her. That was a good move. She did the right thing. I tell her, good, good. Stand back up. Sit. Good. I'm not going to call this dog off a sit very often. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm not calling her off of it. But she's ready. Good. Ah, 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 ah. So right now, sit. One of the things that I'm seeing is I'm developing a little confidence with her. She's distracted by gravel. Sit. But I have a lot more confidence in her not playing this runaway game. When we first got her, that would have been number one for her. Play, keep away. Play, chase. We have made it clear enough to her that we're not interested in playing that game. She had all that game she could handle with my mom and dad, and it was real frustrating, and as it should be, Heel. It is frustrating. But we've turned it into, you want to play like that, I'm leaving you alone. And she's still young enough and maybe dumb enough, I shouldn't say dumb, but inexperienced enough to realize, you know, he leaves, I'm alone and I'd like to be by him. She still has that desire where she's not so bold and goes, I don't really care if he's here or not. She's not far off of that age and that point. Look at the distance we've got now. Just a little bit further every time, a little bit further every time. Distractions, we got a car leaving the shop. That's good, man. Remote sit right now at a long distance with distractions. Some people are walking over there. It's great for her. It's great for her to see this. And resist the temptation of going over there. She's in tune with what's around her, but she's still focused here. Good. So I'm real satisfied and happy, quite honestly, with what we've got out of her today. And it's about enough. You know, I don't need to push this any longer with her. Heel. So we'll take her back, we'll bring her back under control, and then I'll put her in the kennel. And this is her second time out. I mean, she went for a real nice walk this morning, under control, on a lead. Heel. Went with the older dogs. Had to resist temptation because the older dogs kind of ran. I let them kind of free cast a little bit, and she wasn't allowed to. Sit. So we're getting her reeled in a little bit. But that's more than enough for right now.